Spacey Sims, and we are back with more of To the Edge of the Sky. And we are infiltrating... what's their name? You know, those people. Yeah, that group. Their headquarters. The Blue Wings people, whatever the name is. And I took the quiz on what, what class would be. And the funny thing is, Kairos, that's it. I got a Kairos class in the thing that I took. Ooh, I'm one of the bad guys. Anyway, I'm going to read it to you. So, you have shown an affinity for the Umbra class. Umbra is a known Kairos class. Kairos classes aren't permitted in phase, but we would not want to lose such a promising individual. As such, it will be placed under watch so we can, over time, determine which phase class will suit you best. Umbra are the ultimate masters of stealth and infiltration. They hide in the shadows and in plain sight, becoming near invisible until they're ready to strike. Mastering the art of being unseen, they are said to become the shadows in which they hide in. Umbra rarely take their opponents head-on, preferring to fight when the odds are firmly in their favor. They are opportunistic fighters who do not play fair, though ideally they do not get involved in fights. To an Umbra, the best fight is the one that they can finish before it starts. Cunning, clever, and tricky, tactics often include playing with targets and getting them to reveal more information than they realize. Half-truths, lies by omission, and technicalities are what they excel at. That was awesome. That was fucking amazing. So, there you go. There's that. Okay, so anyway. As we turn down another hallway, 6 halts. That hallway seems to lead off to the main lobby, which is where the elevator should be. Looking at the map, it's a wide open area. Lots of ways for an enemy to ambush you. Let's have Emissary come join us now, then. 6 contacts the Emissary group while we wait in front of the door. As we do, Zero walks up to examine it. After a quick inspection, he turns around to face everyone. The lock on the door seems to be connected to an entirely different network. I'll need some time to open it. That just means we're onto something good. Okay, you get the door. 7, you watch over 0. Huh? Is that a problem? No, Hyung. Then we'll guard the ends of the hallway and wait for Emissary to catch up when you do your thing. Well, while you do your thing. If something or someone attacks, just shout. And if there's trouble, we'll keep them off you. Good luck, you two. 0 gives a short nod before going to the console. I watch as 6 and 8 walk to the opposite ends of the hallway. But something strange catches my eye. A black cat stares back at me from behind the glass. But when I blink, it's already gone. Huh. Weird. I shake my head and decide to focus on my orders instead. My body tenses. I look around, examining the hallway. It got too quiet. Before quickly realizing there's really no point. They'd have to get through the rest of the team before they'd get to us anyway. I take the deep breath of one who's gone through a long, hard day. I think this is the first time I've stopped moving today. The quiet stillness of the night sends a wave of tiredness over my body. I'm forced to remember that I wasn't ready for a mission like this, especially not a night one. Kairos likely planned it this way on purpose. Either way, I need to find a way to stay awake until this is over. Aww. I turn to look at 0 sitting on the floor. Oh, that must be... Okay, so I was always curious because I'm always seeing on Twitter, like, all of them with, like, the lines and all this kind of stuff, like, on their face, like, the glowing marks and everything. And I was always kind of curious, so I'm like, it's obviously their augments, right, that do this. But that's, like... So obviously when he's, like, in his augmented mode, that's when he's got... So they all have, like, kind of different... And I didn't realize in the last part, because I recorded all of them before I uploaded the first part, and I didn't realize that the thumbnail I used was the image that they had where it tells you all their classes on it. I didn't realize that was the one that I used, because I had a couple of images, and I was like, which one do I want to use? And I was like, I like this one. So you can kind of, I think, in that see, like, the kind of their augments and everything. I think that's what happens when they're, like, maybe, like, using their augmentations or whatever. I just feel a little sad that I just feel like there wasn't anything. It's kind of like you have to know that, or you have to like read the game page. Otherwise, you kind of miss out on that. Like it kind of doesn't quite fill you in on those things. So I would like, and of course the game's still in development, so it's something they could add later, but it would be kind of cool if we had, like something like, you know, she has a directory where she can like look up people. I feel like it would be cool if we had the option to go in and be like, oh, these are the people we've met, and we could read about Zero, and like, oh, this is Zero, and this is, you know, his class, and blah, 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 and it tells us about the class while kind of a little dossier about him, you know what I mean? Like character info. Just so that we'd have a little bit of back info that they didn't have to then, in the game, be like, oh, let's tell you all about the Oracle class, or this class, you know what I mean? Like, you could read it in their dossiers, so to speak. And again, that's something they could be adding, and it's just we don't have it yet. So there's a lot of stuff that's going to change, and I should have been writing down what choices I made. That was smart, because I realized, and I forgot about this, they basically did say sometimes when they do updates and everything that your saves, you can't use your saves, like your original saves. So if something happens, you know, like when they release Chapter 2 and like, oh God, now my saves are all, I have to start over, and it doesn't save my data, then I got to replay like all of Chapter 1, and I want it to be the same since I'm recording it for you guys. Like I'm not going to replay Chapter 1, but I want to make sure that we have the same choices so we're on the same path. So that's something I should remember, and I should do. I'll probably go back and scan through the videos and just write down all my choices so that we can do that, but didn't think of that. Woo! I realize every time you turn on the game, it gives you like a little pop-up that tells you that, but then you don't have time to read it all, and I was like, oh, right! I remember seeing that on Twitter. Anyway, I turned to look at Zero sitting on the floor. He looks unhappy as he moves invisible screens around with one finger. Well, invisible to me anyway. Yeah, see, so his augments are on, so he can see these screens, and he's doing, like, his cool techie shit. From the glow of his augs and the intensity of his focus, there's no doubt that he's seeing Kairos' systems. So that's pretty cool. The silence between us seems to stretch on, and I like that, so they look totally normal, but when they have their augs on, they look kind of almost slightly cyborgish. It's pretty fucking cool. I like that one. And it's like, because he's pretty anyway, right? Just picture him normal. And then with the augments on, it's like, it's even cooler. Like, there's something just so much neater about it. I love it. What should I do? Ooh. I feel like we shouldn't interrupt him while he works. I don't want to pace around, because that would probably make him nervous. I feel like... I feel like we should watch him work, because we shouldn't interrupt him. But at the same time, it might endear us to him more if we ask him a question. You know what? Fuck it. Caution to the wind. Let's ask him a question. Conversation is always mentally stimulating, so maybe I could give it another try with Zero. Not like there's anything else to do anyway. Hey, Zero, can I ask you a question? I ask the question, but Zero doesn't respond even the smallest bit. He looks too intent on his hacking. Or maybe he's mad. He doesn't look mad. Zero, are you angry with me? Oh, and then he looks at us with his pretty augmented eyes. Those are so fucking cool. Are you so upset with me guarding you because I'm new, or... Oh, I'm not mad at you. I'm just frustrated with myself. Yourself? What? If I did more things well, they'd trust me more. Then no one would have to have someone guard me at all. I see. I can't say his logic in general is wrong, but I doubt this is a matter of trust. But who's to say? He definitely knows more about how they work than I do. Yeah, I would think it's more like, well, it's more like you're going to be so in-depth in your work that, you know, you need to focus on what you're doing versus making sure you're looking around you and focus. You know what I mean? Like, focus on that. I'll stand guard. This way you don't have to be on guard and aware of what's going on around you while you're hacking. You know what I mean? Laser focus on hacking while somebody else watches your back. Was that your question? Huh? So you heard me. Sort of. You asked 2 questions just now. Oh, no, that wasn't it. I sigh. Sorry, I'm sure I'm distracting you. I'm just trying to find a way to stay awake. Are you sleepy? Well, yeah. Didn't expect to go on an intense mission lasting throughout the night when I woke up early this morning. Then, do you want to talk? Whoa, you're offering me to talk. I was just trying to help. I'm sorry, I was just surprised. Anyway, sure, if it's not too distracting. I'm almost done, so it's okay. I don't really know what to talk about, though. Then, can I ask you something kind of personal? Okay. If I want to keep a conversation going, I better ask something with depth, or I'll just get more one-word answers. What would you be doing if not this? How are you supposed to... Yeah. Do you guys go through this sort of thing every day? No. Yes. That's what you're going to get. How are you so skilled despite your ages? I'm going to guess that's the augments. You know what I mean? Like, well, there's skill, and then the augments kind of enhance those skills, so... Trying to keep the mood light, I decide to ask a what-if question. What would you be doing if you weren't, you know, here? Doing this? I avoid specifying anything else on the off chance an enemy was nearby, but Zero seems to immediately get it. I don't know. Really? You've never thought about a different life? No, I have. I used to all the time when I was young. I just forgot because it's been so long. Zero shifts into silence for a moment. Oh, he looks so sad and pretty. Oh, look. His sad face. Oh. I can't help but feel a pang in my heart, knowing that he's been with Faye since he was a child. I've always done well with sports. That's how Faye's recruited me. But I always liked the arts even more. Like drawing and stuff? Yeah. Do you do any art? I used to, before I joined Phantom Alpha. Do you miss doing art? We should ask what kind, yeah. What kind of art did you do? I think drawing, singing maybe. But I don't think there's any art that I dislike. Then what was your favorite? I don't know, really. Maybe drawing? I think I like to draw dragons and skulls and stuff. Cool things. Were you good? I can't remember. I don't really have memories about normal stuff anymore. Oh, that's so sad! Oh, no! I liked to draw, I think. What kind of stuff did you draw? I don't remember. Doesn't that seem odd to you? Maybe? I don't know. Oh my god. He's so sad. I love his sad face. It's so pretty. The art is really fucking amazing in this game, can I just tell you? It's goddamn great. And they're doing an art upgrade. I donated to that. It's not on Kickstarter, it's on Fundraiser. Yeah. And that's how I got... I mean, the game is free. You can actually go play this game for free. There is premium content that you miss out on if you play for free, but I'm pretty sure on the game link that I attach below in the description, you can like name your price. So you can be like, oh, I only have like $5 or whatever. But I donated to the fundraiser for the art upgrade, even though they had already made their goal, but I was like, because I really loved Mystic Destinies, and I backed that on Kickstarter for the upgrades that they did. And I freaking backed Echoes. I'm totally gonna... I mean, come on. Take my money. Take my money, Aeon Dream. Take my fucking money. Because this is worth it. And, like, this art is great, but then they're gonna do an upgrade to it? Bitches, I can't. I can't handle this shit. This is gorgeous. So yeah, I'm like, I'm excited. What? Why? What's taken you so long? What's taken so long, you two? My heart skips a beat at the sudden interruption. Placing my hands on my chest, I turned to see Six standing there. Six? We've all been waiting out here for you guys to get the door open, Zero. You were taking so long, I thought you might have run into trouble. Sorry, Hyung. No, I'm sorry. I'm sure I was distracting him. Zero shakes his head. No, it's fine. I was delayed only 11 seconds longer than I would have been, I think. You counted? Zero is just that good. I thought you both were probably fine. The lock is open now? Zero nods. I think he's my favorite. I think Six is my favorite because he just looks so mischievous. He's like, I just broke into your room because it's my job. What's up, you guys? Sweet. I don't think he has a serious moment. He's always like, just like, I'm gonna do something naughty. I'm gonna do something naughty. Aeon Dreams put up a poll on Twitter, and they were like, with the, I think it was 0, 4, 9, and 6. Out of all those 4, they were like, which one of these would you end up in the back of a cop car with, and what did you do? Like, what did you do to end up in the back of the cop car? And I was like, it'd be 6, and I don't know what we did, because he's just sitting there laughing at himself because he did something naughty. Like, he did something, got us in trouble, and I don't even know what it is because he's too busy laughing at himself. Because that's exactly what he would do. He'd be like, what did you do? Seriously, why are we in a cop car? It's so good, I can't even. And he'd just be laughing his ass off at himself and the mischief he just made. Because he's just got that phase, and I think that's why I love him, because he's so the low-key in this group, and I'm just, already right off the bat, I'm down. Oh my god, he is going to be a trip and a half when we get to his path. I'm not even kidding. But yeah. And I'm pretty sure it's gonna end up, you get one person's path before you get everybody else's. I don't think it's gonna be, I'm actually curious. I'm really curious how they're doing that. Like, is it gonna be like, depending on your choices, you go down someone else's path, or is it, you know, a set path? You know what I mean? Like, it was kind of a set path in Mystic Destinies. You had to go down them in a certain order. So I'm just really curious how that's going to work. But anyway, we'll see. I'm just really curious about it. That's why I keep bringing it up. Drive me bonkers. I need to know. Anyway, 0 nods. 6 turns away from us, and I hear his voice over the comms. Emissaries, hold your position. I'm going to check the area along with Devastation. Be careful, 6. You worry too much. You will do well. 6 positions himself on one side of the door and waves us to him, pointing to the other side. 0 presses his back against the wall, and I do the same next to him, leaving him closest to the door. And I'm like, what? What do I do? What? What do you want me to do? Stop giving me baseball signals! Oh, you want me to shut up and get a gun? She's obviously been trained. I have not. I take deep breaths and try to get my head back in the game after my talk with 0. I hope they don't make us make decisions like, what should you do? I didn't take the training class. Raspberry Bubbles did. All that can wait for later. Until after we get out of here. 6 looks at both of us, his eyes seeming to say, ready? I nod. I'm shaking my head no. 0 makes a gesture in the air, pressing some button only he can see. I hear a beep and the hissing air of the door's pressure mechanism as it slides open. Before the door even fully opens, I get a feeling of something, and 6 shouts, move back! 0 and I jump back from the door, but 6 isn't as lucky. Oh! This is why I'm in Kairos, because it's all a bunch of ladies. So see, Phase is totally a sausage fest with like a couple random chicks, and this is like a taco fest. Kairos really is filled with women. Like, all their top dogs are chicks. Like, who was describing them to us? It was like, oh, they're all ladies. I like this. A masked woman stands before us, 2 large guns drawn. Pointed right at 6. But look at his face. He's totally like, psh, cool. He digs it. Hey there. Heh, good to see you again, Mags. Mags? A magician? So this is one of the Kairos leaders, then. I guess we found what we were looking for, if not the exact way we wanted. It's been a while. So I'm gonna help you out with some free advice. What's that? Don't move unless you want to get fucked up. I used my favorite word. You want to get fucked up. Yay! I'm perfectly okay with that if you do, though. I'm not sure who she is, but I can sense her murderous intent. Her slender body belies her fierce, intense aura. Despite her jovial tone, I know she's not messing around. It's a shame 4 isn't here to properly greet you. Yeah, I heard. He's lucky that I wasn't the one to shoot his ass, but she's lucky she wasn't up against me. Ow, my head. He must seriously hate her. The magician, or Mags as 6 called her, shrugs as if hearing 4's remark. So much for the mighty assassin. Tempe sends her regrets to you, by the way. 6 chuckles to himself, but keeps his eyes trained on Mags's large guns. Yeah, that's not what he's staring at. Although I'm sure she's probably a lot more stacked than she looks in the shirt. Oh, I thought her shirt was going to be off, it's just off her shoulder, but I was like, what is it with people lately? Like, only having one sleeve in their coat. She's got both of them on, it's just hanging off her shoulder. She's styling. He seems to be holding up well under the weapons pointed at his face, and I like her hair. It goes from like almost like a dark purple to a pinky to a brown. I like it, it's pretty. But my own heart is pounding in my chest as I wonder what to do. How to help Six without getting him killed? Yeah, that would be bad. We like Six. My eyes shift to Zero. He's focusing on the scene before us. His usually gentle eyes are now sharp, boring holes into Mags. You've got the upper hand, but you haven't attacked yet. So what do you want? The same as usual. My trigger finger is itching. You know I wouldn't mind if this turned into a bloodbath. But Pri wouldn't be happy. Pri, she must be referring to the one known as High Priestess. It seems like this Pri wants us alive then. I'm grateful her subordinate seems to listen to her. Since she came all this way, she thought she should greet you all of you. She didn't want her honored guests getting lost in our home. Of course, I'm a nice girl, so I suggested I'd be the one to come here and pick you up. Question is, are we going to do this the easy way or the fun way? A tense silence fills the air as I frantically wonder what's the right move to make here. Everything about this woman seems guarded yet eager. Ready. There's no openings that I can see that wouldn't end in someone's death. 6, step to the right. 0, engage the magician the instant he does. 7, provide support. 9's calm and pleasant voice filters through my comms, contrasting the tension of the moment. But I don't have time to think about my orders, because the men are already in motion. Without a hint of hesitation, 6 smoothly sidesteps Mag's guns. Instantly reacting, she opens fires on him as he runs to the side. But 0 runs toward her, causing her to spin towards him, guns aimed at his face. Responding to my adrenaline, my augs activate. Time seems to slow. That's when I see my opening. Her attention is divided. Her body is reacting to 0, but she's still pulling her vision away from 6. This is my chance. I run directly towards her. Her gaze turns toward me, but her body is too slow. I know she won't be able to make a clear shot on anyone right now. Ignoring her guns, I grab both of her wrists with all my strength and twist them. Ugh! Her guns clatter to the floor, but 0 runs and swipes them up before she has a chance to do more. I can sense her annoyance behind her mask as she looks at me. Suddenly, she begins to struggle against my strength. Then, with a frustrated growl, she violently breaks my grip on her. Having miscalculated the strength of her delicate frame, I stumble backwards from the force. Shit! I'm open. There's nothing I can do! But before I can even catch myself, my back hits something hard. I turn my head to see that 6 has his hands on my shoulders, steadying me with a smile and a wink. I fucking love how he just winks all the time. Oh, I love him. I quickly look back toward Mags and 0. I want him to be my best friend. Now in possession of her weapon, 0 slowly walks towards us from the other side of the room. He has both guns aimed at Mags, thus trapping her between 6 and I, and her own weapons. Status report? The magician has been captured. Hearing only 0, Mags responds with a smile. Don't you think it's a little early to jump to conclusions? 0 doesn't respond, steadily keeping the guns he holds trained on her. You sure you can handle those? Look, she's winking at him. It's cute. I'm sure I'll manage. Hands up. Mags laughs and slowly puts her hands in the air. I love the fact that, like, okay, obviously these are romancy Otome games, and like the main character, and from the they always make the main character someone who is like pretty goddamn strong and tough and around right. Like, obviously, you know, like Inara Sparkles the unicorn wasn't like kicking ass, but she was smart. She was capable, and she was pretty tough. Like, she learned things as she went. Like, she was a normal person who learned magic and then, like, got stronger as she went. And, like, that's what that's what everyone Raspberry Bubbles over here, or 7, is gonna do too. Like, hey, we've got this cool, we're already starting out pretty fucking tough. We're gonna learn as we go, and we're gonna screw up, and we're not gonna be perfect, but we're not gonna be this, oh, I always need to be rescued! Oh, I don't understand anything! And I like that. And all of their characters, like, even the bad chicks, they're pretty fucking awesome. You're like, she's kind of cool. Like, she may be, like, a bad character, and she's on the opposite side, but, like, she's pretty fucking neat. Like, they make their characters so fucking good. That's all I have, like, oh my god, they make their characters great. Like, Mags laughs and slowly puts her hands up in the air. Like, you know, like, if something's gonna happen, she's gonna get away, and you're gonna be like, damn it! Oh, but I can't fault her, because she's pretty fucking awesome. Like, she can, like, torture us, and you're like, oh, you bitch, but you're pretty fucking cool as a character, so I can't be mad, you know? Like, I don't know. So you're not a completely trained dog, then? Nice. Zero's eyes narrow, and I feel a surge of anger go through me. Who are you to talk? I was like, wait, what? Who are you to talk? If your master tells you not to do something, you obey as much as any of us. Mags laughs again. There's a pretty big difference between a master-pet relationship and actual comrades. I open my mouth to speak, but 4's voice rings out in my head. 6, you're still alive, right? It seems like it. We're walking in now. Aha, you guys did awesomely. So cool, so cool. Nice work, everyone. Hold your positions. I relax just a little and allow myself to breathe. We finally completed part of our mission. With the magician under our control, we now have a bargaining chip in negotiations with Kairos. I'm so glad no one got hurt. I watch the magician while we wait. Her expression is inscrutable under her unique-looking mask, but she stands there defiant. Her hands are up in a gesture of surrender, but I get the feeling that it's more for our benefit than anything. I tilt my head and begin to wonder if there are any more enemies around. 6 wheat? Good evening, everyone. This is High Priestess speaking, the main leader of Kairos. A woman's deep voice rings through the lobby, but it sounds as if it's through the PA system. I just wanted to formally greet you all and thank you for playing with Mags. She was burning to meet you all. Additionally, I wanted to thank you for your help. Thank us? Damn it, this can't be good. I told you it was too early to be celebrating, didn't I? While you visit us in our home, we were able to turn back the tide at yours. Seriously? I've always wanted to say this, actually. Thank you for falling into our trap. Olympia is now under Kairos' control. It's the end! I knew it was going to come to some kind of an end before we finished. Oh, wait, was that just the prequel? Oh, okay, wait a minute. Oh, God! I'm like, fuck. We're still in this is chapter 1, but this isn't chapter 1, so oh my God. So wait a minute. Okay. It confuses me because they do like that was the prequel and this is now chapter 1. Okay, because I knew chapter 1 was out, but then it was weird because it was like phase like 3 or whatever the prior things were called, and I was like, I'm really confused because I thought this was chapter 1, but that was like the prequel chapter, I guess. Okay. I was like, son of a bitch! Oh, we do have more to play, I think. So anyway, I'm actually just going to click this and make sure, right? Yes! Okay, perfect. I am so excited! I thought this was the end, and I'm like, damn it, I was not ready for this chapter to end. I knew we didn't have a lot of the game to play, but... Okay, perfect. But anyway, I'm going to wrap this part up here, and when we come back, we will continue in chapter 1. So, yeah. Anyway, I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up, and subscribe to see more!